Welcome back. You're now tuned into the other side of sports. I'm your host, Laws in the building. We rocking out. Got my man Aaron. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff today. Of course, we're going to recap what the Washington Commanders did in the draft. Hey, Aaron, I think there's hope, dog, down the road, Slim. Uh, We might can do something this year, dog. I'm really, dog, I'm hopeful. We're gonna get into all that down the line and talk about the draft picks and talk about the hope that I feel brewing, dog. I feel like it's 1991 about to be all over again, dog. I feel it.
You sipping the
Uh
Kool-Aid.
hey, hey son. I know you ain't high on my man Ronnie, dog. Connie Ronnie. But son, I dog, I'm gonna tell you why when we get to it. I'm gonna break down my whole take on the Washington Commanders, yeah. But before that, we're gonna get into this question of the day, dog. We haven't talked about this guy in a long time, but I
Uh-oh.
title Kevin Samuels is doing the Lord's work. He's the 13th disciple. Why are women so mad at Kevin? I honestly don't understand it. He's doing the Lord's work. Why? Kevin Samuels, excuse me, is 56 years old, a 56-year-old man who has been married and divorced twice. He has no legitimate background or education that would give him an authority on relationships or coaching, not even life experience, which I respect because both marriages failed. Can you imagine if a black woman at 56 years old, twice married and divorced, and single mom with a daughter she doesn't care for was giving out the same rhetoric and advice? She would be laughed out of social media. There are plenty of certified therapists, plenty of clinical psychologists, and plethora of well vetted and fact based advice from some of the best people in the mental health industry, like Med Circle, Dr. Ramani, the Body Keeps the Score, Brain, Mind, and Body and Healing of Trauma, and so much more. There, there are certified coaches like me who utilize neutral and fact-based information from Pew Research Center, Institute for Family Studies, and the Gottman Institute. And we base our coaching on well vetted research and consistent data. If a gentleman in your life refuses therapy but listens to dysfunction like Fit and Fresh and shock jocks like him are credible enough to mentor him, trust me, he is doing the Lord's work. Males who listen to Kevin Samuels are doing it like CSI. They are shedding a bright blue ultraviolet light on themselves and exposing themselves as you have never seen before. So let them expose and dispose, ladies. Let the 13th disciple, Kevin, shine the way. Don't argue, don't fight, don't cry. Tell him he's 100% right. Tell him that Kevin and his legion, we are many, is right. Let them have their way and follow their false second coming of Christ. I
That's
know
a
what
lot
you're
of
gonna ask.
energy. That's a
I
lot of
know what you're
energy.
going. I know what you're gonna ask.
Well, after I asked what she looked like,
No,
that's question number one. Question number two is where's her husband? Those are two things I need to see before I address any of this. This
no. It's like when the Batman show up at the club, he trying to get in the door. It's like, hey, dog, I need your ID. Hey, young, I lost my ID here. You can't just let me slide, dog. You don't got an ID, a passport, birth certificate. I cannot let you in this, Joe Slim. I'm sorry. Like, young, but please, young, my man just dog, you need that before you even get in the door to anything you're gonna say that has any credibility to it. Why are they attacking this man, dog? And why are they trying to use sarcasm to like discredit information that he may give? Right.
it bothers them the wrong way how much a lot of what he says resonates with the guys that they can't control. And it's always been about control. They want to kind of change like what we're attracted to, what our standards are, what the bar is, what deal breakers are, like all these things they want to kind of manipulate and control. And then when they see somebody coming out and saying things and guys being like, you know what, we used to say this in group chats, but now forget it. We just gonna come out and say this up in the open. Like like hordes and hordes of dudes that used to say all this stuff, behind the scenes, it'd be the guys, the squeaky cleanest guys you ever seen. The youngest be like, oh, he's so nice, he would never. When they talking amongst dudes amongst themselves, it's the same conversation as the grimiest dudes you would think when it comes to like agreeing on a lot of the things that he said. So it's just kind of funny that a lot of the old, ugly, lonely joints, like it really stings them for some reason. They hate
Yo,
this
but
guy.
but but I'm saying, so all that said, right? 56 years old, whatever, whatever. Bama got a million plus followers on every platform, right? And he getting pick of the litter at any youngin he wants. So and he
That's how
ain't
the
choosing
game go.
you. So I mean, dog, you'll be better off not putting your energies towards hating him or his rhetoric or his philosophies or anything, right?
I know where you're
Because
going with
you
this.
can't win that way, dog. Where am I going, Aaron?
No. Dog, the same way they can't change men, dog, you can't change the old bitters, dog. This is what they do. They've been tormenting the internet for years. That's where the whole quote "getting dragged" on Twitter came from.
Dog, I'm
These legion of
listen, I'm
youngins,
going opposite. I'm going all the way against the grain, dog. I love big, ugly youngins, dog. The ugly bum Jones,
the lonely ones,
they
the
the best,
angry,
dog. They the best.
and what?
Everything, dog. Criticism. How about that?
That's a
Dog, it
fact.
just don't make no sense to me. It doesn't make any sense. If anything, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like one of the statements in the little post was like, yeah, go ahead and follow Kevin Samuels. Like often, like just go ahead and follow him. Like if they follow him, they're gonna get exactly what they're looking for. They're gonna get exactly what they want, and it's not gonna be you. Unfortunately, it's not gonna be you. And honestly, and this is the part of it I just don't get, because it's not like he take his foot off the gas for dudes.
They don't care about that part. You're not allowed to say anything to women ever that's not celebrating women or kissing their ass or putting them on a pedestal. That's the world we live in. We're in a period of overcorrection, and because the white man has tormented women since the beginning of time and made them second class citizens, now we got to pay for we got to pay for it. And we just got to shut up and just let let it be. That's the old times
Just
though.
shut up and dribble,
It's a
huh?
new day. It's a new day.
Dog, it's a new day. Dog, so this brings me to the next question, dog. Should a woman propose to a man?
What you mean, like ask to marry the Bama, or like get a
Yes.
ring and get on one knee? Because that's kind of two different things.
Eh, what's different about those two scenarios?
It's very different. Like youngest that asked me like some foolishness like that, I forgot my face. But nobody never like
If they got down on one knee, that would change you.
nah. But it's a different level of investment and expectation too. Because when a guy goes through that, even though Younger might say yes, the expectation is that might say no or could say no. The expectation is that when you go that far, the answer is going to be yes already. Like dudes try to get it in their mind already that the Younger going to say yes.
I'll tell you this much. Any youngin even considering is it displaying a certain level of humility that they will need to be married. I'll tell you that much.
Facts.
But
And not
I
caring
just
about what other people think, which is the one C.
dog, I'm saying that I'm not saying that youngins should go out here and get on one knee. What I'm saying is youngins who are willing to do that are displaying a certain level of uh that's not a word.
Equality.
Well, nah, when I say equality, because when we talk about like marriage and different things, there's a lot of like symbolism around stuff. People don't even know why people do stuff, right? And so, you know, the significance around a man getting down on one knee to propose to his youngin, right? Is essentially saying, I'm the stronger and I'm gonna be Like I'm gonna lower myself for you to take care of you, to protect you, to do all of these things. Like I'm the stronger, but I'm laying my strength down to the side and being vulnerable. Like I mean,
And
for
humble,
anybody who
yeah.
has a yeah humility, for anybody with like a religious background and stuff, like that's what Christ did for the church. He laid down his life. Like he went to the cross. He's the most powerful, but he didn't like exhibit his power, right? He
Or
was
washing feet with your hair. Like
yeah, he
that.
was humility, dog, humility. So I'm just saying, like the days of the youngest thinking that everything revolve around them, like a merry-go-round, is finito.
It just
And
depends on how traditional I think you are. Like, because even though we live in this world, like most of the guys I know and the guys, you know what I mean? Like, it's still regular, traditional, normal type dudes. They still feel like there are gender roles in reality. Like, I know in the
mm-hmm,
metaverse we live in now, it's like everything's supposed to be fluid, but there are gender roles. But these new age people who kind of like live in a different world, like I don't see why there would be an issue with, you know what I mean, since everybody's equal and everything's the same and there's no gender roles, then if she feel like she want to marry a dude, go get a ring, get on your knee. I might laugh at the joint on like Instagram or something, but there's no real critic. I don't think it's anything wrong or right with the joint.
uh-huh. Yeah, dog. It just get real tricky. Like things are just dog. We just living in a terrible world, dog.
It's the
Everything
last
is just
days.
yeah, dog.
It's the
Everything
last
just
days,
it's
though.
just backwards, dog. Everything backwards, yeah. Um, but speaking of backwards, turning forwards, dog. We got the draft class of 2022. So first things first, right? Before we get into the Washington Commanders, right? Tannehill for the Titans, the Tennessee Titans, they selected uh Malik Willis. What was it? Third round, fourth round,
Third round.
third round. They got Malik Willis.
Yes.
Is this the end for Tannehill? Is the writing on the wall? Tannehill came out and said it's not his job to be a mentor.
Sound like Joe
Don't sound
Flacco.
like don't sound like a good teammate to me. Bama want him to fail off break because his ego is chipped a little bit. Did you agree with the move for the Titans to give away AJ Brown and just draft the they what they got Trayvon Burks?
Yeah. So I didn't agree with it because he's been behind the workhorse. What's the Bama name? The running back from Alabama.
Oh, Henry, Derrick
But
Henry.
behind Derrick Henry, he's been like a key piece of that offense and making it work. Like his yak has been a big part of what they're able to do because they're not like flying up ball over top of everybody's heads and scoring that way. Like they're
Mm-hmm.
methodical, getting a lot of yak, you know what I mean, possession kind of football. So he's been instrumental in that offense. So of course they wanted to keep him, and you could tell the head coach didn't even want to go ahead with the trade, but they didn't want to pay him what he wanted. So once you reach that point where you know, like this is the most adult teams do, when you
Mm-hmm.
realize you're not going to be able to keep a player, you get something for him. Unlike what this team does here in Washington, when you have like a Brandon Sheriff or a Kirk Cousins and all these other pieces that you can get something for. Instead, you want to live in fantasy land and just let the contract play out and end up a loser. You have to
I
make the move. If you're not going to pay him, you got to make the move. And this is similar with Terry McLaurin. Like they need to get a deal done or move him and get something for him because you're just going to sour that relationship and get it to the point where you're not going to be able to sign him, and every team's going to know you're trying to move him, so you're not going to get the value you could have got that you would have gotten in a draft or before the season started. So it's just the way that teams are run, and they're a good team. They're in the playoffs. They're having a chance to try to play for a Super Bowl. You just see they make adult decisions over there.
mhm. Yeah, but Aaron, I'm telling you, things are changing here, bro. We about to do something special this year. I feel it, dog.
Are you going
You
to pay
getting a
McLaurin?
you getting a healthy Chase Young back.
Now week
You
one.
get you gonna have a defense that now. I feel like it's going to be ready to take that next leap. You got a quarterback who has been serviceable. Ern?
So that's the one thing I'll give y'all. I'm higher on the Carson Wentz move, or him being the starter than I think most of the other people were when the trade was made. He's
Mhm.
a huge upgrade over anything they've had here in over a decade. So I think I don't like what they like them giving him the money without paying McLaurin, who serviced your team for what the last 3 years.
Mhm.
You giving him that money, but you could have paid McLaurin. And then the results it's had on the draft and free agency where they haven't been able to sign anybody. But the fact that he slotted in as quarterback is a huge upgrade over that garbage that they trotted out there last year.
Yeah. I think Carson Wentz is going to really take the team to the next level, dog.
So how many
I'm
more wins
predict
is the next level?
I'm predicting that the Washington Commanders see the playoffs this year.
With what record?
What a record they need to have to make the playoffs? 10
Nine
and
and eight
8?
minimum.
Well, what's an extra game now? So it's 18 games, right?
I thought it was 17
Oh,
with the extra
17?
games. Yeah.
Oh, at 17 with the extra game.
18 weeks,
So,
17 games.
oh
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, 9 games. They gonna win 9 games. Stamp that. Stamp
Can we
that.
go through the schedule? Can we pull the schedule up?
Is the schedule out yet? I don't think the schedule is
Yeah.
out yet.
Schedule got to be out.
Nah, not for
Game's about
the
to start in like 3 months. Hold on.
nah, dog. Schedule ain't out yet. Bama's would be talking if the schedule was out. You looking it up?
Yeah. Yeah, the
Schedule
schedule
ain't
up.
out. Who they got week 1?
They don't have it in the order, but they have the games that they play and
Okay,
where.
let's go ahead. You know they're gonna start with the NFC East team.
So they
You
got
already
at
know.
Chicago Bears. That's a win.
Okay, that's
At
one.
Dallas Cowboys. That's a loss.
Okay, they 1
At
and 1.
at the Lions. That's a win.
They 2 and 1.
At the Houston Texans. That's a win.
They 3 and 1.
At the Indianapolis Colts. That's a loss.
I think they're gonna win. Carson Wentz
How-
want to beat them bad because they slandered him and try to call him trash.
That team is
4 and
horrible.
1.
Stop.
4 and 1.
All right. At the Giants.
W. Daniel Jones is trash. 5 and 1.
At
I
Philadelphia
told
Eagles.
they gonna lose that jump because it's just too
Eagles is
good to be
loaded.
true. Bama's gonna be
At
too hype, and then they just gonna give up one. So
at
they
49ers.
5 and 2 right now.
At 49ers.
49ers is looking real shaky. I don't know, dog. They might lay an egg. 6 and 2.
Cowboys again.
They lost again. 6 and 3. That's for
Giants.
Jeremy John. We ain't gonna beat the Cowboys this year. They're gonna get us twice.
Giants.
6 and 3. Giants mudhole. We're gonna get them. Sorry, D. We're gonna punish them.
They sweeping the Giants? Okay.
They
Eagles.
sweeping the Giants, dog. Then because they done bust the Giants the week before, they gonna come and bust the Eagles and get one. They're gonna split the difference on them.
So 8-3.
8 and
Green
3
Bay.
right now. Lost. 8 and 4.
Minnesota Vikings.
8 and 5. They're gonna go on the skid.
Cleveland Browns.
They gonna need
Don't
this
you
game.
dare. Don't
This
you
is the
dare.
this is the game that they need desperately. And they gonna make
Deshaun
it close,
Watson.
but they gonna lose. They gonna lose.
Okay.
By then, Deshaun gonna be in full swing. So what's that? Now they 8 and 6,
I thought that was 7.
8 and 7. So they went on like a 4-game skid.
Atlanta Falcons
W9. Give me
and,
that.
and Jacksonville Jaguars.
10. Give me that. Dog, I'm
So you got
telling
to
you,
win in 10 games.
10 games, Aaron. And we're gonna look back at this podcast. And you're like, thought about how you know. Son, I'm telling you, they got little sneaky things that's gonna help them win. So you're right, they do have to lock up McLaurin. That gotta be on the must. That's the priority list, right? You got to get McLaurin back in your building somehow, some way. Even if you just do an extension or something, you got to get him back in the building, right? But even if you don't, I still think they'll win 10 games. I like this Dotson character. I'm calling him J Dot. That's his nickname. And when Batman start calling him that, just know you heard it here first. Hey,
You like
Aaron,
you like
I
him
like
better
J
than
Dotson.
you like him better than Jameson Williams?
I don't like him better than Jameson Williams.
You like him better than Kyle Hamilton?
I don't like him better than Kyle Hamilton.
You like him better than the receiver that Tennessee took, the clone AJ
I
Brown?
like it. I like him better than him.
What's his name again? I
Trayvon
can't.
Burke.
Burt, yeah.
I like him better than Burke. Dog, he showed. So this is the thing, and Aaron, you know this matters. Speed kills, dog.
Does he start?
Hands
Does your
is
first round pick start?
he's starting. He going to
How?
start in the league.
So, no. Is he starting this year for your Washington football team? First round pick
Yes.
should be starting in year one.
Oh, he will be starting. If he's not starting, then Connie Ron got to go.
So
And
who's he
Connie
starting
Ron,
over? McLaurin?
dog. He's no, yeah.
All right.
He's
So
starting.
he's
He
better
gonna
than
start at it
McLaurin?
too. No, not
Curtis
yet.
Samuel? Is he going to
He
start over
will.
Curtis
Yes,
Samuel?
he definitely better be starting over Curtis Samuel. Oh, fragile two-pick, pretzel head type. Yes, I'm telling you, he gonna do numbers, Aaron. Put
Okay.
it on. Wings on it. He gonna
Okay.
do
Well,
numbers.
okay. We got wings. How many is he going to have more than 50 receptions?
He gonna have more than 50 receptions.
More than 1,000 yards. Now, I give you 800 yards
800 yards.
and 5 touchdowns.
6
More than 5 touchdowns.
touchdowns.
Okay. Bet.
What I gave him? How many receptions I give him?
Over 50.
Over 50. Okay. So he gonna end the year with like 66, 800 something yards, and 6 touchdowns.
Okay. How
Stamp
many
it.
games is he going to start? That's what I want to know.
He gonna start 11 games.
So if he's just doing special teams halfway into the season, Ron Khan?
Nah, dog. You gotta give him a chance, bro.
He a first round pick. And you had Kyle Hamilton and Jameson Williams on the board.
Nah, well, he not. You can stamp this.
That's the bar.
He not gonna be just doing special teams. You can stamp that.
If you like a third or fourth receiver, you basically special teams.
He not. First of all, he already, in my eyes, the second best receiver on the team. With no
better
reps.
Than Cam Sims, better than
Cam
Samuel.
Sims. That Batman can't catch better than me. What's the Batman other dude?
What's the other dude they drafted last year from North Carolina? What's his name?
Nah,
De'Ami Brown.
No, he not it either. I seen him drop touchdowns. Get him out of here. Right now, Jahan Dawson is number 2 receiver on the squad. That's on Mothers. Stamp that. Everybody else is behind him at this point, just from the skill set that I've seen on tape. Bama got his hands better than all of them. Might even be better than McLaurin on the low. It's not going to show up right off break. We can't say that yet because he hasn't played at the highest level. But dog, I think his hands is there. He not basket catching. We already know we throw basket catches out the window. He not basket catching. Everything hands. He's shifty. He run routes crispy. He can get open, which some of the other receivers we talking about can't even do. So lock him in. I like it, dog. I like it. But you need McLaurin because you want to take the pressure off. Now, if he got to be the number 1, let's say something funny with McLaurin, I think they'll get his contract worked out. I think they just will. I'm confident in that because if they actively trying to win a Super Bowl, that's one of the pieces you need. That's one of the pieces you need. You need McLaurin.
He's your best player on offense, period.
And then, in the draft, they got them Jahan Dawson in the first. They traded back, and I know you mentioned those other guys that they could have selected at that juncture in time. But I think if you got Hamilton, you be looking at this team really leaning on the defense to kind of carry the weight again. And I just think, for Ron, he trying to get some equity, dog. And the only way to get equity is to get an explosive offense somehow, some way. And so it looks like in this draft, that's what they was focusing on, adding pieces to the offense, even though they have needs all over the field. But the pieces that they did bring on the team, I think can help this team get W's, dog. I like the D tackle they got for Darian Mathis, Alabama D tackle. Put him in the mix. I like him with Chase Young, with Sweat, just with Allen and Payne, like just putting them right there in the mix. Going to get good production out of him. He's a good player, and he got a little bit of flexibility. So, but I, we gonna see how that play out. But I like the pick. Then they picked up the Alabama running back Brian Robinson Jr. He's a beast, Aaron. He
Was that
gonna
a
come
need?
in.
Was that a big need for a struggling
Dog,
team
when
that
you
has
trying to
holes
move
all
the
over the field?
chains, when you trying to move the chains, you need somebody who can move the chains. And I feel like with the injuries to what's main man, the running back that we got,
Antonio Gibson,
Gibson. With Gibson being some timey,
McKissick.
McKissick, but he don't. You already know McKissick limited, dog.
But I'm asking, is that a need to take him so high? When you pass on elite blue chip players to get more picks because you have more holes you need to fill, and then you take a pick that high at a position of strength.
Well, when you getting stopped on 3rd and 1s because you can't get the ball across the line, or you can't move the chains, or you can't even play like that Dirk McGirt type football, because you don't have the pieces in your backfield to be able to do that. McKissick, that Bama, he's saucy on the outside, but on the inside running, he can't do nothing. And then uh Gibson, who I think has ability, but like he's not really like a hard-nosed bone crusher, dip his head in and skedaddle for like 2-3 yards. He's got to get to the outside, or get in space, which I think that this team has had issues being able to do, especially in the run game. And if we're going to reclaim the history of the Hogs, when we get in that joint and the pound, ground and pound, dog, you got to get a bruiser. That's the only, you got to get a bruiser. We
So
talk
now we're
about,
going really back to the 90s philosophy
dog, we
wise.
got to
You was
do it.
just talking about explosive offense. This your idea of explosive offense?
Dog,
A
you
tiptoe
got to
bandit,
score
a
any
3rd-and-1 running
means,
back in the third round?
any means.
Okay.
Dog, you get another try it. Dog, get a fake Derrick Henry, dog. It changed everything. Plus, I feel like running backs wasn't like everybody was just letting them slip through. And Brian Robinson, dog, he legit. I like him, dog. I like him. I'm giving that pick a B.
10 wins.
10 wins, dog. Outstanding size, good speed. You ain't catching him if he get loose, Aaron. 2. He got a little bit of wheels to get loose.
10 wins.
Foot loose on Bama's, dog.
Let's keep that energy all season long. 10 wins.
Then you got round 4. They they get Louisiana safety, Percy Butler.
I like that pick.
Percy, dog, he versatile. You can put him at the corner. You can put him on special teams. He can play both safety positions. Bama rangy. He got wheels. Dog, everything you want. Ball hawking skills. Like, he can track the ball good. Like, this was to me, this was like one of the steals of the draft, dog. You got him in the 4th. So you of course you feeling the need. To me, he coming right in and you working him into the starting rotation, dog. That's the type of skill set. Like, he can play like multiple positions and do a lot of things. So you got to take advantage of that. I like the pick. I'm giving that one an A. Then you got the round 5. It got a little tricky, but 144th overall pick, the Washington Commanders selected North Carolina's QB Sam Howell, or Tim Tebow 2.0.
Trash.
Now, I understand why they made the pick here, because he was still sitting, but you gotta understand the Washington Commanders, because I know a lot of the fans gonna get hyped. We got Sam Howell, though. The man was a beast in college. Look, I need y'all to pump the brakes just a little bit. If a Bama go 5 rounds without nobody picking you, use some trash. I gotta say it, Aaron. As much as I want to like hype the kid and get people, dog. The only benefit that I see to having Sam Howell on the team, because he's not your quarterback of the future. Please, people, he's not the quarterback of the future. I just want you to know, quarterbacks of the future getting picked after round 4 and 5, dog. It only happens for one team, and that's the New England Patriots, dog. It's not happening. But what I do like about the Bama is that you could probably do some stuff where you do like you could switch up your game plan. You could come into a game and like have him, you know, do some quarterback runs, or you can do some read options with him and do different things like that. And you can put wrinkles into your game plan that can show up on Sunday and help you get a W. You got him with a fifth round pick, so it ain't really, And if he's able to show that some promise, you might be able to get, some picks out of him. Or I like the pick, dog, for round 5, because it didn't really hurt you to get him in round 5.
So when you wasting picks, but then your rationale for turning down drafting blue chip players is you need more picks, make that make sense for me. If a guy is trash, drafting him later doesn't make it better. If he's
So this
trash,
is
he's
this.
trash.
So this is the thing. I don't think I have to tread lightly because I don't want to offend nobody. I don't think they know that the Bama's as trash as he is, though. I think, let me just tell y'all, the people in the NFL, is a lot of dumb people in the NFL, but there's some smart people too. And if you're a quarterback, where every team, they dying and need quarterbacks, dog, for 5 rounds to pass by. Bama's is getting receivers, cornerbacks. I think tight end went before this Bama. Like,
Because they
it's
saw what
all.
we saw. They saw what we saw. When people was talking about, oh, he's one of the top. No, he can't play in the NFL. His game does not translate to the NFL. If he's not going to end up being a starter for your team, and you know that now, he'll never be a starter. Why do you draft him at this
So
point in the
so
draft?
so this is the thing. I think in their eyes, this is a little better Taylor Heineke. He's young. He has the attributes of a Taylor Heineke.
I can't stand Heineke, but Heineke's better than this dude.
Earn. He's better than him.
Heineke is better than how? You
Dog.
have him under contract this year, $4 million.
I think they just looking down the road to see what they gonna do, to see what they got. I mean, you sometimes, and you know how it is. You drafting players, you just gonna be like, let's just take a stab at it and see. Let's just
It's
take a
like
stab at it and see.
it's like Bama get an ugly pair like Louis Vuitton or something that's popular. Like they looking at Mel Kiper's draft board and the value based on what it's supposed to be and what they saw. Oh, he's still there. I guess we go ahead and take him. He was could have been a
You,
second, third round pick, so
yeah,
they just go and take him. Versus seeing something on tape that would make you be like, oh yeah, he's gonna be nice, which means you would have drafted him higher. The fact he was there should tell you he's not gonna be good. Nobody else thought he was gonna be good. For 130 picks,
40, yeah.
well, nobody thought he was gonna be good.
143 picks.
So I mean, come on, it's a wasted
Yeah,
pick.
but so I get you, and I'm with you there as a wasted pick. But I still like the pick because there could be some value out of that joint, though. Come on, don't
He has to
rain on the
play
parade.
to get value though.
He does. But like, you want him to learn. You don't want to throw him out there. We said none of the quarterbacks was ready off break. Maybe Ritter might be the only one that was like game ready from day one. He sit behind your boy and learn.
I'm just glad this year we got receipts. Like the way that they flopped this draft, they left receipts. We're gonna watch Jamison Williams' career and we're gonna watch Kyle Hamilton's career. And I don't want to hear any bitching from Northern Virginia. This is what y'all signed up for. This is the Ron Rivera philosophy. And he bring his own GM from Carolina as well. This is their philosophy. This is their philosophy. You got players right there to make your team better instantly, that are starters instantly. They better the best player at that position on your team instantly. But you trade back to get draft picks to say you traded back and got more picks because they have a love affair with theory.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the pick. Like, you gotta, if you're gonna trade back and get some more picks,
You got to hit
We got to
home
get.
runs, not waste picks on quarterbacks that aren't going to start. You're not going to get any value out of him at least for 2, 3 years.
Yeah. I yeah. He's not a good quarterback. I'm just gonna tell you that. But he might show something. He might show something. We're
They're
gonna
going to show
see.
something.
Round 5, Nevada tight end Cole Turner. I like it. Bama underrated, Ern. But
They got to need a tight end. They definitely got to need a tight end.
he had the knee. You got Logan Thomas coming off the knee surgery, so you had a need there. You had John Bates, who was he was okay, but this dude he's a receiver, dog. You need receivers, and so you get another guy who got solid hands, who can catch the football with size and ability to separate. That you add into your roster to help out your quarterback Carson Wentz. I like the pick. I'm giving it a B grade. Uh, then they went ahead, grabbed it in the 7th. They grabbed the guard Chris Paul out of Tulsa. I don't know if the Bama even going to be on the roster come September 9th. Um, I mean, I saw some things that I like. He's big, but he look a little goofy. But when you just getting the offensive lineman, you trying to get plug and play Bama's, what I'm saying, in there, and they have a need. But I don't know if he got the footwork to be able to withstand, league ready competition. Uh he looked like he ready to get turnstile. But we're gonna give him a chance. I mean, what is you getting out of the 7th round picks, dog? Like if you get stuff out of the 7th round pick, then blessings fall in your way. Then in the 7th round, they picked up Christian Holmes out of Oklahoma State, cornerback. Again, you trying to see if you can get any value or get something to squeeze any kind of nectar out of this plant, dog. I think he has some ability. Watching the game tape, he is athletic, but you know how I feel about Bammers who don't play the ball properly, dog. Like that just be playing a receiver and not playing the football. Like already you be on my bad side when I see you following the receiver, your head into the receiver, the ball in the air, and then you just like turn around and be a receiver too. Aaron, I don't know where they go to cornerback school and camp at, dog, but I'm trying to tell you, all you got to do is turn and look, run. Soon as the Bama break off, dog, the ball is in the air. I'm looking for it like I'm the receiver. I'm like, oh yeah, give me that. I like that they try to fill it and plug these holes. I think there's still a few moves that Washington needs to do to get this team back on track. But Aaron, you heard it here first. The Commanders are making the playoffs. No cap.
So if they don't, what does that mean? What's the repercussion?
What you mean? If the Washington Commanders do not make the playoffs, right? So this is the thing. You gotta understand when you trying to build a championship football team, right? It takes time, Ern. It don't listen. If I go and I gotta get reconstructive surgery on my mouth to fix my mouth because my teeth all jagged and going different places, right? They gonna take me in. They gonna do a little bit at a time. They gonna send me with braces and it take time to take shape to where my mouth get fixed, dog. Might be a little bit bloody from the surgery. I might have a little, maybe a little puffy or something. But it just take time, bro. You just gotta give it time. I'm telling you, they headed back to glory, dog. They headed back there. Baby steps. I feel like this draft, we got some more pieces. I feel like they're gonna retool, earn 10 wins.
We need you to maintain that energy, no matter how
Dog,
debilitating stuff get,
I'm
no matter
telling you,
how inept the coach is, no matter how many late games get fumbled away by poor clock management, substitutions, decisions. 10 wins.
So I'm gonna say this: Ron definitely on the hot seat. Can Ron do it? I think Ron can do it.
No changes
He
to the
just
coaching
got
staff.
stopped. He just got to stop the lies.
How?
He just gotta be honest with himself and the team. Dog, you don't have a Aaron Rodgers on your team, Ronnie. You don't have Tom Brady. You don't
He dressed
have
like
a Cam Newton, like you know what I'm saying, from the beginning, beginning of time with
2015.
the Bama Cam. Yeah, you don't have those players, right? So what you gotta do, dog? This is what I'm gonna give you a little golf analogy, dog. Sometimes when you playing golf, you might hit a shot and you might top the ball, but you hit it straight. And it'll just roll on the green. It didn't get no loft. It didn't go in the air. You mishit it and it just hit it straight. And somehow, some way, that joint make it onto the green, dog. And when they get up there, dog, I be blown that I skidded the ball. But at the end of the day, that's the goal to get the shot to the green. So even if I got up there the dirty way, I'm satisfied. That's what Ron got to do. He got to get the Washington Commanders up there the dirty way. Run game. Dog, this is how Bama's won championships. You see what happened in the playoffs. In the playoffs, Bama's go to run heavy game plans, dog. Run the rock strong. Get at least 4 yards of carry. Got to get at least 28 carries a game between your running backs. Had Carson Wentz in manageable situations, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3. Get guys who can catch the football with and get separation on quick little dig routes, little slants, easy stuff. Carson can throw them. He have a little trouble with the deep balls, but every once in a while he get it there. He got the arm strength, but like I'm talking about the accuracy piece. And just get dudes who can go get the football. That's it. And then have your defense be solid. Just don't let Bama score over 21 points a game. And you got chances, dog. That's how they gonna win 10 games. You don't believe it, huh, Aaron?
We gonna see. Byron Leftwich, 2023.
Dog, if Ron don't do it this year, so this is the thing. I'm not saying he gotta win the Super Bowl. I actually think they're gonna go to the playoffs. And if they do, and they win a playoff game, you gotta bring Ron back.
If they make the
Cause he
playoffs, even
bi-
if they don't win a game, I think they're gonna bring him back.
cause he building something, dog.
A train wreck.
We gonna see, dog. When the games matter, I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about.
And remember, y'all had to start like 8-2 for you to get to 10 wins. If stuff don't start out the way you think it do, if they lose a game to the Giants, lose a game to the Jags, one of these little,
Nah,
it can get
not
bad
happening,
fast.
champ. Not
Get
happening.
bad fast. Giants had a good draft. They got some elite blue chip players that was right there for them to take. They didn't overthink it.
Let us know what you think. Shout out, uh, hit us up on social media at OSS980. Let us know what you think. If you think Washington Commanders got a chance, they got a chance, dog. I'm telling you, it's no gas. It's all facts. They building something here. And you just gotta see it. If you just pay attention, you'll be able to see what they building. It's your boy Laws, OSS 980, other side of sports. Follow us. Shout out to Where's Buffy. Shout out to Sports Talk Tasha. Shout out to Jenna Garcia. Shout out to Lance J Radio. Shout out to my man Kicking It with G-Man. My man Dan and Ben knows best. I know hockey about to be. I ain't watching hockey though. We ain't watching hockey over here. NBA playoffs before we get out of here. Though it's a little dicey. Uh Suns look like they about to get the Dallas Mavericks up out of here. I don't think the Mavericks can hang.
Easy work.
Yeah, I
And
don't
the
think
Heat
they
about
can
to get
hang.
Philly up out of there.
Yeah, if Philly look well, and B was out and hurt, so I think that really went into a lot of the just them not being able to get that first
Don't
game.
matter.
So yeah, so you think Philly just done? They done.
Philly done.
hmm
Philly and the Bucks.
So you got the Bucks. The Bucks play tonight versus
Celtics.
Celtics. I think the Bucks gonna beat the Celtics though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Bucks gonna beat the Celtics. Celtics got a good team, and I know they the hot girl in town. But I think Milwaukee and just Giannis just that's a grown man. That's a grown man. And then they got pieces too, just to complement. The way their team is structured, it's put together well. Um, and then you got Golden State about to watch. Golden State about to wash. Um, they
Mavericks.
playing. Nah, they're not playing the Mavericks. They playing. Let's see. Grizzlies. They playing the
Grizzlies.
Grizzlies.
Grizzlies. Oh,
Ja Morant and them. Yeah, Golden State too much. Grizzlies had a lead the last game and then they just gave it up. Well, they ain't give it up. The Warriors took it back, and then Clay still clutch. Clay still clutch. Bucks losing to the Celtics right now, 27-15 first quarter, but I don't think that's gonna last though. I don't think that's gonna last. Yeah. So I got the Warriors sweeping the Grizzlies. I got the Bucks beating the Celtics. I got the Heat beating the 76ers. And then I got the Suns beating the Mavericks. So it's gonna be Suns and Warriors, and then it's gonna be Heat and Bucks. I like that matchup. I like that matchup. Anything else, Aaron? We forgot?
nothing I can think of.
Yeah, no. No, we should talk politics, dog. They about to overturn Roe versus Wade, dog. What's going on?
Y'all man Biden ain't
Biden,
taking
that
care of
Bama
business over
sleep.
there.
Dog, I
I
think
ain't
that
seen
Bama
him since the
he
election.
he overwhelmed, dog. That Bama overwhelmed. I don't care what he do, dog. Long as he cancel student loans, I don't care what this Bama do, dog. I
He ain't
really
doing that
don't.
either because he gonna run on that on the next
Stop
election.
dragging your feet, dog. Come on, man. Stop playing with me. But yeah, follow our show, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. We appreciate y'all. We out.